Let's finish this quickly.
That was simple enough!
Just a second, teacher.
Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end!
This is pretty. I want to preserve beautiful memories of my campus life. What are you looking at? Get lost! Now is the time of true beauty. Did you see that, teacher? Wasn't I great?
Too slow.
If I speed up, my shooting will become too unstable.
Then keep practicing until your shooting is stable.
It feels inefficient to shoot while moving.
Then don't do it. You said you wanted to be like me, didn't you? I was more than happy to pass down my secret techniques. But alas, I have been cursed with an unwilling student. It appears my legacy dies here.
Fine. I'll try.
Good student. Go on, move. We don't have time. So, your wish is to become like me? I didn't mishear you, did I?
No.
You heard me correctly. Don't you think you're being a bit greedy? To become as versatile, strong, beautiful, and even-tempered as me is a big ask. It'll be quite the challenge.
I'm aware of that.
But you can't become me, Rappy. You'll always be you.
No, I'm nothing. So I can become you.
Yikes. All right, then may I ask you why you want this?
I don't think you will die or lose your sanity. I know that you are in the late stages of corruption and don't have much time left. But I simply can't conjure up that image of you.
My heroics have got you mesmerized.
I don't think you're entirely wrong there.
Whoa, what's gotten into you? Do you want to become a hero?
When I was very young, and still human, I was bedridden. All I could do was watch TV. Watching Nikke's was the only thing that brought me joy. I thought they were amazing. Goddesses of victory fighting for humanity. But the day I became a Nikke, I kept hearing all this information about how Nikkes weren't goddesses of victory. Before long, I experienced that truth firsthand. It wasn't just me. All the Nikkes I met were the same. Far from goddesses of victory, they were terribly human, pitiable, and weak creatures. But you are different. You are the goddess of victory that I envisioned when I was young. Unbreakable, beautiful, in defiance of death. You embody all of those things.
I don't think I'm as great as you think I am.
I think you are.
Fine. I'll help you. I will pass on everything I have to you. This will be the last thing I do before I leave this world. What a dramatic development.
This is hard.
It is. It's not something you can master in a day or two.
How did you practice?
I didn't practice. I was like this from the start.
That's not exactly helpful advice.
I told you. We're on different levels. Now, keep going. I've always enjoyed the saying that effort surpasses talent.
get lost. I'm busy.
Just a second,
I
teacher.
was just getting into the groove. Sorry to break it to you, but this is the end.
I want to preserve beautiful memories of my campus life.
What a truly beautiful story this was. I am most pleased with it.
Red Hood,
Yeah?
why did you help me?
What? Where's this coming from?
You woke up after 30 years. You could have searched for your old squad mates. Or completed something you weren't able to finish before.
I considered that. But I parted ways with my squad mates pretty gracefully. So I feel my story with them came to a satisfying conclusion. Besides, they're all probably busy with other things right now. I'm not worried about them. I'm sure they're doing well on their own. Also, there's no guarantee I'd be able to find them anyway. So I decided to help the person who was right in front of me, who acts like if she died tomorrow, she wouldn't feel any remorse.
I still feel that way.
Foolish student. Why do you choose to live life so half-heartedly? Go live your life. Living is a wonderful thing. If you keep living, you'll find something. I guarantee it. Not least of all because you'll be a bona fide graduate of the Red Hood Academy.
Tell me more about your squad mates.
Why? So you can go find them and ask them to be your squad mates? I knew it. I won't tell you. They're mine. I can say this much, though. They were strong, in many ways. They're the type where it was impossible to imagine them bending or breaking, like you say about me.
Do you think I'll ever have my own squad mates like that?
You'll have to become unbendable first. Unbreakable. Birds of a feather flock together.
All right.
So keep at it. To be honest, the first order of business is working on that boring personality of yours.
I will try.
It's a shame I never got to visit my hometown.
Where is your hometown?
I don't know. I have no idea where we are.
I can find out.
It's fine. I'm too scared to go. What if it's gone?
Even so, I think you should at least try to visit.
Nah, we don't have time for that.
What was your hometown like?
Just an ordinary village. Nothing special. Like any old village you find anywhere. Although, that makes me miss it even more. Don't think too hard about it. We can't go anyway. Let's get some sleep. Why aren't you getting this? You run, make a sharp turn, and then... you aim and shoot!
This gun center of mass makes that kind of movement impossible.
The Red Hood style does not discriminate against any type of firearm. Foolish student.
You try it.
Give me that. You see, it's because your movements are too predictable. Have you ever heard of the sentiment, think outside of the box and you'll get better results?
No, I haven't.
All right. Now that the master has given you a demonstration, all that's left is to practice.
Roger.
You need to be bolder. That means you can't simply follow the manual. You need to catch the enemy off guard.
Won't that make it hard for our allies to react?
In situations like that, you've got to have faith that your allies will come in clutch.
That's easier said than done.
This applies to more than combat, by the way. The same can be said for nearly every aspect of life. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that you need to trust your gut. Have you ever done that?
Yes.
Oh, really?
I struck a Nikke who was speaking ill of me.
You?
And I don't exactly remember when, but I once gave a present to a squad mate.
You?
If that's all you're going to keep saying, then I won't continue.
Oh, sorry. So, how do you feel when you did that?
I felt proud.
Ha! You see, how is it that you know all that but somehow ended up such a square? You need to try living like that all the time. If it's difficult, try to force yourself. It'll help a lot.
In what way?
I don't know. Try it. You'll find out.
Why did you become a Nikke?
You go first.
I didn't have a choice. I lost consciousness, and when I came to, I was already a Nikke.
Same as me.
That's surprising.
Really? I was what you could call a hoodlum. My entire life revolved around avoiding work and hanging out with my friends, causing trouble. Then I got into an accident and ended up dead. When I woke up, I had been turned into a Nikke. Apparently, I had been a suitable candidate.
How do you feel about living as a Nikke?
I don't have a passionate sense of duty or anything. I simply thought that since this was how things had turned out, I might as well put my best foot forward. Turns out I was a good fit for it after all. Plus, you couldn't have asked for better squad mates than the ones I got. So, having worked that hard, you know, this is the first time I've ever talked about any of this. Anyway, the thing I ended up thinking most often of all was, let's beat the Raptures. My squad mates really influenced me a lot. There's a saying that really summed up my life then. My existence was made complete by the existence of others.
Your squad mates.
Try and be friends with them as much as you can. They'll prove invaluable. Mark my words. Besides, it gets awful lonely going solo. I'm hitting the sack. Sleep tight.
Red Hood,
What is it? I'm going to sleep.
if you're trying to sleep, wouldn't it be better to turn off the music?
What's the big deal? It's nice to listen to it as you doze off.
I don't agree.
Don't worry. You'll like it eventually once you listen to it enough. You've got talent. You're learning fast.
Could it be because I started without any preconceptions?
Maybe. Let's see. Next, you have to go back to the Ark. It's time for us to part ways, my friend.
What? But there's still time.
Come on. I'll see you off.
No, not yet.
Rappy, it's over now. You know that. Let's go.
Put your head right here. Gotta reload to reload. This uniform is so comfortable. Just like
Sorry to break it to you, but this...
I want to preserve beautiful memories. What are you looking at? Get lost!
What a truly beautiful story this was. I am most pleased with it.
Rappy? What are you so startled for? You didn't do anything, did you?
No, it's nothing.
How long until we reach the Ark?
The Ark. How long?
Come on, get a hold of yourself.
Red Hood, let's go to your hometown. You said you wanted to visit it, didn't you?
Forget it. I told you. I don't even know where it is.
I'll find it. Tell me everything you can remember. We can find it.
It's okay. Rappy?
What have I done? This time wasn't supposed to be for me. It was additional time that was miraculously given to you. All I did was think about myself.
Hey! You've got it all wrong. Pull yourself together! This was all my own decision. Stop spiraling.
But you're...
I'm not unhappy. I've let it all go. I told you. It was fun when I thought about how I was training my own successor. Now let's go! Foolish disciple. Come on! I said let's go!
You can leave this to me. Trust me.
Reloaded! Wasn't that cool? Pretty close to our practice drills.
Gotta reload.
Just a moment. Gotta reload real quick. I want to preserve beautiful memories. What are you looking at? Get lost!
Did you see that? I'm strong, but my comrades are stronger.
Phew. I'm getting a little tired. Let's rest for a bit before continuing.
Sure.
Dang. This is really tuckering me out. Must be getting old.
Do you want something to drink?
No, you go ahead. Rappy, go now. This is as far as I go.
I'm not leaving you.
Nikkes who are corrupted harm even their closest friends. You know that. It's embarrassing to admit.
You have nothing to be ashamed of.
You know you can't shoot me. You're planning to die with me? Is that it? I made myself very clear before. You have to go live. So go!
I will shoot. I'll live.
Alright, do it then. Have you found something to aspire towards?
Yes.
Don't do anything you'll regret. I'm not really as great as you make me out to be.
Whether you are great or not doesn't matter. You're a good person. That's undeniable. So I want to be like you.
Thank you. But you know what? You're a good person too. I was pretty lucky to have met someone like you along the way. I've passed on everything I know to you. You'll have to take it from here.
I will.
It's a real bummer having to leave you behind like this, you know? Good. This is really good. I'm going.
Yeah. No.
Get lost! I'm busy. Sorry to break it to you, but this—
I want to preserve beautiful memories. What are you looking at? Get lost!
Now is the time of true beauty. What a truly beautiful story this was. I am most pleased with it.
Red Hood? Where? Could she really be alive? I will become you. Let's go back to the Ark.
What's her status?
Surprisingly normal.
How long has it been?
Over 4 years.
I can't believe it. Have you checked the combat data?
Yes, it seems there have been more than 300 battles over the past 4 years.
300, not 30.
Yes, 300. And that's only the number of large-scale engagements she took place in. If we include all encounters with raptures, it's more than 3 times that.
This is unbelievable.
Trust me, I felt the same. But the data doesn't lie.
Let's hurry. Excuse me.
Over there.
RR15436. Is that correct? I'm Ingrid, the CEO of Elysian. Let me confirm again. RR15436 is your name, correct?
No. It's Rappy.
Very well, Rappy. How are you feeling?
Fine. No issues.
All right. I'm going to ask you a few simple questions now. I only ask that you answer truthfully.
All right.
Did you participate in the Second Surface Reclamation War 6 years ago?
I do not know for how long, but yes, I did.
For 2 years, you took part in numerous operations, large and small, correct?
That's correct.
After that, we suddenly lost contact with you for 4 years. Where have you been during that time?
I was on the surface.
What were you doing on the surface for 4 whole years?
I was searching for a way back to the Ark.
Alone?
There were a few Nikkes who joined me along the way. They all died.
How did you get to the Ark?
I took the elevator.
Our data shows you engaged in over 300 battles during your time on the surface. Is that correct?
I don't remember the exact number, but battling with the Raptures was a constant feature of my time up there.
And you survived all of those fights?
Yes. I had to survive.
Welcome back, Rappy.
Thank you.
We plan on conducting a thorough examination. Is that all right?
No problem. Have you detected any issues?
There are no signs of corruption or mind switch symptoms. You're safe.
That's a relief. Would it be alright if I asked a question?
Please, anything.
What happened with the Second Surface Reclamation War?
We failed. That would have happened about 4 years ago.
It must have been right after I went to the surface. Even back then, the situation was dire.
Yes, 2 months after you last went to the surface, the central government officially announced the failure of the Second Surface Reclamation War.
So, it only lasted for 2 years and 2 months. So, what do we do now?
We have decided to adopt the tactics proposed by New Hope. Our primary strategy will incorporate guerrilla warfare, carried out by elite commanders, and a small number of Nikkes under their individual command. There would be no more large-scale deployments to the surface.
Are we buying time? Or have we given up? So both.
Yes.
I have no further questions at this time. Please proceed with the examination.
A mass-produced Nikke who survived on her own for 4 entire years. Wandering the surface freely without hiding. It's a story that almost defies belief. She has an unbelievable amount of combat experience. Perhaps this could...
Ma'am! Ma'am!
Call me instructor. This must be rather important if it justifies barging in here without knocking.
You need to come see this. It's beyond my authority to decide what to do next.
All right. What's going on?
Her body weight is more than twice the average. And most importantly, there are 2 cores.
What? Explain to me how something like that could happen.
I have no idea. This is the first time we've encountered a case like this. Although only one core is active, we have no idea how this is even possible. Also,
Is there something else?
within her nymph, the region dedicated to her sense of self is densely packed. We consulted the past records, and it was almost empty when she first became a Nikke.
Are you telling me she honed her own sense of identity over time?
It appears so.
What about the brain scan results?
Other than the abnormally extensive combat data, there were no other significant findings. We haven't been able to get access to certain parts of the brain, but considering it's only a week's worth of information, we doubt it's of any major significance.
All right. Reconstruct her body based on this self-identification data. I think it would be best to dispose of this current body with 2 cores.
Are you sure we shouldn't look into it further?
There are too many unknown factors here. It's best to only have one nymph.
I understand.
How do you feel about your new upgrade?
I don't feel particularly special. It feels like this face and body have always been mine.
It's the ideal image of yourself, nestled within your subconscious. The fact it feels familiar to you is hardly surprising.
Is that so?
There is something I should tell you. Your body weighed over twice what it should, and contained 2 separate cores. That body was disposed of due to safety concerns. But even your current body, which was generated based on your own self-identity data, exhibited the same anomalies. No matter how many times we tried, the results were the same. Something embedded within your own sense of self caused this. Do you have any idea what that might be?
No.
Very well. I understand. From now on, you will be affiliated with Elysion. Further research will be conducted to utilize the output of the cores in your body. Do you have any objections to this?
No.
The research will proceed concurrently with your practical operations. You will be assigned to a specific squad and participate in missions with them to gather data. Is there a particular squad you would like to join? If you have a preference, we will honor that request.
I want them to be strong.
Strong?
Yes. I want squad mates whom I won't have to worry about dying or falling apart.
Is there any particular reason why you care about this so much?
There is something that I wish to become. In order to achieve that, I require strong allies.
What is it that you want to become?
Red Hood.
Good. We have the perfect squad for you. It is Elysion's elite combat squad. I doubt you'll find anything lacking in them. Nor they with you.
I understand. Thank you.
Sorry to break it to you, but this
We want to preserve beautiful memories. What are you looking at?
gets lost. You're all dead.
Did you see that, teacher? Wasn't I great?
They've told me about your performance reports. Unhwa has been praising you, which she doesn't give easily.
It's because the three of them have done so well looking out for me.
Good. Let's keep it up. Absolute will soon become the most formidable squad there is.
Instructor,
What is it?
I would like to push the subcore to its limit today.
No, I'm against it. You nearly died after only 10 seconds of operation.
I know. But I can feel it. Something will change if I push it. I want to see whether I'm right.
Fine. But if I deem it to be too dangerous, I'll put a stop to it immediately.
I understand. Thank you.
The subcore is activating. It's causing the influence of the main core to recede.
Shut it down!
I can't. We don't have control.
What the?
The body is reconstructing. What's happening?
What?
Rappy's body is transforming. The main core has gone silent.
What on earth is happening?
Subcore has stabilized. Body reconstruction is complete. Huh?
She looks completely different.
She's completely red.
Check the database. Identify that Nikke.
Yes, ma'am.
What on earth is this?
After searching through the old databases, we've identified the Nikke that Rappy transformed into as Red Hood of the Goddess Squad.
What? But how?
I don't know. I have no idea what this means. She's currently asleep and shows no signs of awakening.
Rappy wanted to become Red Hood. Her ideal, the one she was suppressing, emerged when the subcore took control. Find a way to restore Rappy to her original state. Use whatever means necessary.
Yes, ma'am.
Also, I'm sorry to have to do this. But after this is over, I will have to erase the memories of everyone involved, including you.
What?
It's too dangerous to have anyone else know this information. It could turn the Ark upside down.
Why would it do that?
We've discovered here that you can become whatever person you envision in your own mind. By using the nymph to insert specific data about an individual into their subconscious and making their personality theirs. And then reconstructing the body.
Any person could be reproduced as a Nikke. Not just that, you could bring the dead back to life or create as many copies of the same individual as you wanted. But surely someone must have thought of this before. Bacillus, for instance?
They must have all failed. But Rappy here is the undeniable result that it's possible. Since we have the end result, we should be able to trace our way back through the process that led to it. This needs to be buried. It's too dangerous.
Understood. Once I'm finished here, you can proceed with my memory wipe.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Everyone knows how the rest of the story goes. I was consumed by the thought of becoming Red Hood. I realized that I was only using those who considered me a friend, and so I left Absolute. I wandered aimlessly, and eventually ended up meeting Anise. Then I met the commander, and then Neon. And that led me here.
Dang, you've really been through it. You're like a living witness of history.
Yes. Were it not for Red Hood, I probably would have died without achieving much of anything. I wouldn't have met you either, Commander. And I still feel that way about her. But now, rather than becoming Red Hood, I simply want to become like her. I think I can do it. No, I will do it. She passed on her power, her sense of duty, to me. I have squad mates who I can never imagine dying or getting hurt. And a commander capable of guiding me. There's no reason for me to fail. Is that? Thank you.
Does that thing still work? It should. I've seen Master listen to it once in a while.
It still really isn't my style of music.
It's been a while since we've been back to the Ark. You're right. I hope nothing's happened.
Yes, Commander? I was thinking about what I want to do in the future.
Reloading.
those who would threaten the kingdom. Glass slippers, full contact. Pour out.
Go, boys!
Did you see that? I'm strong, but my comrades are stronger.
Welcome to the Raise and Rebuild Workshop. Come again if you need anything. Come again if you need anything.